Chapter 28 Training Montage. Time slipped by at an alarming pace. With only 4 weeks to prepare for the venture into the dream realm, Sonny couldn't afford to waste even a second. Every day, he pushed himself to the brink, mentally and physically, determined to soak up every bit of knowledge and skill he could manage in such a short period. During the day, he trained under the watchful eye of teacher Julius, gradually mastering the skills needed to survive in a world devoid of modern comfort. From fire-making techniques to more obscure practices like navigating by starlight, their lessons were far from basic. But celestial navigation wasn't straightforward. The skies in the dream realm were unpredictable. Star patterns varied by region, constellations weren't universal, and moons came in different numbers. Though the sun remained consistent in appearance, its behavior didn't follow a reliable pattern. Still, with deep enough understanding, one could decipher the heavens to find their way. While these subjects were technically part of standard education for sleepers, hearing them from an experienced awakened like Julius made all the difference. His thorough, sometimes overly detailed explanations often revealed not just the what, but also the underlying why, giving Sonny a real grasp of survival principles in an alien world. Even the dead languages Sonny initially scoffed at turned out to be vital. The spell itself communicated in one such language. Learning it allowed him to interpret the system's feedback more clearly. Take Nephi's true name, for instance. Changing Star was a decent translation, but understanding the rune structure suggested alternatives like Star of Change, Star of Ruin, or even Harbinger Star, depending on the symbol's nuance. That subtle difference in meaning could matter greatly. For someone who had never taken studying seriously, Sonny found this knowledge overload both exhausting and oddly thrilling. Education had always been a luxury of the elite, a tool that preserved inequality. But now, Sonny had crossed that invisible line. He had access to unlimited knowledge, state-provided food and shelter, and a singular goal: to grow stronger. No time for deep reflection, though. Practical training came every other day, sometimes in virtual reality simulators with full sensory feedback. Sonny often ended those sessions completely drained, but his new, reforged body responded well to the challenge. Without even touching formal combat, his physique was improving rapidly in strength, endurance, and agility. His body had been pushed to the peak of human potential during his rebirth. Now, it was up to him to unlock that potential with relentless work. Wilderness survival practice helped bring that out. At night, Sonny dabbled in information gathering and shadow manipulation. His shadow operated independently, sneaking around to listen in on conversations and observe others' training sessions, especially those showcasing aspect abilities. Once back in his room, it would report what it had found. Unfortunately, the shadow was a bit naive. Though clever and sarcastic, it didn't understand social nuance and often mistook trivial gossip for meaningful intel. That's how Sonny found out about the budding romances in the sleeper compound. 100 young people locked underground together, facing looming danger. Romance naturally bloomed, but Sonny stayed on the sidelines. He had built a reputation as a solitary weirdo and had no time or interest in forming close ties. More importantly, he feared revealing his true name. Still, the gossip wasn't totally useless. Occasionally, it helped him understand how various aspects and flaws worked. Meanwhile, he continued refining his shadow control. Tests revealed that his shadow could enhance more than just his body. When wrapped around a weapon, it boosted impact and damage. On armor, it increased durability significantly by almost double. This discovery was huge. Most sleepers had specialized abilities, more power, speed, or defense. But his Shadow Slave skill was flexible, practical, and extremely well-rounded. With Shadow Sight, Shadow Step, and Shadow Scout, his toolkit was formidable. And just like that, the days blurred into weeks. Before Sonny even realized, the winter solstice had arrived.